The second day of the HFLD conference on climate finance has already begun. There have been some interesting discussions so far, and we have one of the speakers of the day for you today, Mr. Maki from Finland. Welcome, Mr. Maki.
Thank you. I'm so great to be here in Suriname. It is my first time in Paramaribo, first time in this kind of beautiful country. And it took some 16, 17 hours to get over here from Helsinki, which is full of snow. This was must snow in Helsinki in the streets. So we have a full winter over there, but here the beautiful summer.
So you must be glad to be out of the winter right now.
Yes, indeed.
Well, wonderful. Well, when you speak about Finland and about snow, and I'm wondering why did Finland decide to also participate in the climate conference, or the conference on climate finance?
Oh yes, this is very important for us because we also do have 71% of the area is forested. It's a boreal forest, and it's so for us it's a very important place. It has always been a source of it's a carbon sink. It has been source of economy, Finnish industry, and also the family owners. We have a generation wide. We have always had the forest is source of very important source for families. Through generations, hundreds of years. So it's in a way, and we are also concerned what happens to the forest, and we have it's 71% of the forest. So we think it's a valuable kind of asset, but we can also use it in a way, a sustainable way. And that's the thing that we have lots of expertise in Finland, so we can share that expertise and the training that we can provide to other countries. And also Finland is a big donor in terms of climate change.
Could you give us a small example of how Finland is managing their resources in a sustainable manner? What are you guys doing?
Every time if there's a logging of the forest, we always replant. We always plant that for the next generation also will get their share, because it takes quite a long time in Finland to a tree to grow to its normal. It's at 25, 30, 40 years. So it's only once in a generation we log, and then we always plant new trees. So it's always, and nowadays we have also this kind of biomass we are using. We are calling it bioeconomy. So we are using biomass in order to make new kind of products and like substitute plastic. So we can use the pulp in order to make new kind of a product that they are soluble, and that in every way it's always sustainable way.
Okay, so you're already doing your best in managing your resources in a sustainable manner.
Yes, in a way.
Okay, and what are you expecting to come out of this climate conference?
I think it's very good to share the experiences of different countries, because here also it's a very forested Suriname with 93% of forest, Guyana, and also other cities, countries like Costa Rica and Panama. So we have common problems, but we have also common. We can find common ways how to go forward and how to see this. The role of the forest as a carbon sink, as a role for mitigate the climate change and go against the climate change. That the forests are in both, even in the northern globe of the, but also here, it's important too for climate change.
How important is finance?
Of course, it is of great importance, and we try to find new ways of innovative ways of financing the climate change, how to tackle climate change, and so this Paris Agreement, it's really obligation to all of us to try. We are pledging more, and this UN Secretary General's meeting summit in next September in New York is very important, so that countries can pledge more to the fight against the climate change.
Well, we have different countries participating on this climate, and they're all sharing their ways of how they are tackling this issue. Today is the second day of the conference. Is there anything that stood out to you so far?
I was really interested to hear the interventions of Costa Rica, for example. So how they see that there has to be kind of holistic. It's also a question of good governance, anti-corruption, and education, and also what we are also in Finland we try to gender equality is part of that. It's kind of cross-cutting theme also when we talk about climate change and also sustainable land use or sustainable forest use, how the women's roles in everywhere in the societies, that they can also be part of that process, and they have to be part of that, because we cannot just forget 50% of the people are out of this.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Mr. Maki.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoy the rest of your stay in Suriname.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Okay.